So America successfully went to the moon. Well, to be fair, they've had 9 space missions, including landing on the moon. Yeah. So this was the 10th one, and it was successful. 4 astronauts went and came back.
Talk less with Terrence.
Now, if you're thinking about it, then I decided to do this video. What exactly it means for people to go to the moon or orbit the moon and come back. What it means for these 4 astronauts, 3 ladies, 1 gentleman, what it means for the world. Now, just like the original moon landing where we had Buzz Aldrin and Neil Armstrong. Yes, Buzz Aldrin and Neil Armstrong. You remember when Neil came, one of the things he said that there was a famous quote he made. He says, "One small step for man, one giant leap for mankind." So the first point I take from this moon mission is that, see, we live in a world of possibilities. Anything is possible. Like, to think that people could sit down, calculate the math of it, calculate the science and everything of it, send people to the moon to take pictures, do other things, and then come back, and that the whole world was intrigued. Because I have friends who are not into those things, but they kept asking me, "Oh, what do I think about it? How did I see it?" and all that. So anything is possible. There are people who can just decide to go to the moon, come back, like, and then it becomes everybody's deal. Like, America did it, so it becomes everybody. NASA, yeah. Everybody is intrigued, everybody's watching, and I've seen memes about it, I've seen jokes about it, I've seen serious sites about it from people I didn't even expect to be into this. So yeah, anything is possible. People can just go to the moon and come back. Now, 4 years ago, we had Richard Branson and Jeff Bezos who are exploring the idea of space tourism. So they went to space just to look at space, just to float, just to look like I've been in space. Like, they've been on Earth, they are billionaires, they've enjoyed it, they've enjoyed life. Now they want to just live out their dreams, cross things off their bucket list. So they decided to go to space. And it just, when I watch those things, it just makes me realize anything is possible. Okay. Now, the second thing about it is people went to the moon, showed us pictures of the Earth from space. They showed us the moon with its craters and all that. All that tells me is you're pretty insignificant in the whole equation. What do I mean by that? Like, there are bigger things than you, there are bigger things than me. Like, we live in a world where everybody thinks, oh, like most people, let's be fair, most people think they are the biggest deal, like they are the real deal. Everything revolves around them. Nothing revolves around you. Like, when they were there, they couldn't even see anybody. So, like, there's a whole world, there's a whole earth, there is a whole universe, there are galaxies, there are things. Now, one of the things trending these days, especially if you're on Twitter or X, yes, it's called X. I had to get used to calling it X, is the fact that people are talking about UFOs, like aliens and those things. And there are videos showing that there could be UFOs and all that. And I find this all intriguing. Like, if there are UFOs and they've been hiding it, and then it's possibly about to come out and all that, it makes us realize there are bigger things. Like, there are so many things. Like, whatever issue you are going through, it's not a big issue. You can solve it. I'm not trying to motivate, but that's the truth. Whatever you're going through, because like I keep saying, people could calculate, you know, let's put it this way. Personally, I'm always fascinated by the most little things, like the things that people take for granted. I find it fascinating, like something like Bluetooth. Yeah, I know it's waves and all that, but the way Bluetooth works, like, now, I mean, there's Apple Music, there is Spotify, there are other ones. So you don't really share music. But back when I was younger and we used to share music, like, I was always intrigued and fascinated by the fact that my friend can pick his phone. I like the song on it, and then within minutes he sends me the song. There was no wire connection, nothing. So like it bounced off his phone to mine. It always made me realize, like, this is nice. Like, how did they do it? Who came up with it? What were they thinking about? So there are people thinking wild things, making our life easier. And then there's you going through your problem, thinking the world is ending. It might be about the girl, it might be about work, it might be about money. All I have to say is there are bigger issues and then there is your issue. If those bigger issues have been able to be solved, your issue can be solved. So relax, relax. That's for people going through stuff. For those who just feel big, you are not big. Like, you are not big. There are things that are big. Like, there are people in this world that are big. Like, the president of America, currently Donald Trump, is big. I mean, the whole idea is, I was reading that he's one of the people who started the going back to the moon idea. And then Biden came and stuck with it. And then he has come again. It happened in a stack. Now, some are saying that they went because places like China said they will go in 2036. But that's not the point. The point I'm making is someone like the US president is big because no matter what country you live in, whatever they decide affects you some way, somehow. We've seen how the prices of fuel have raised because US, Israel, and Iran are doing their own thing. So, President of America is big. Billionaires like Richard Branson, Jeff Bezos are big because the things they do, like Amazon, we all shop, they get things to us. People in Tim Cook, the current, I think, CEO of Apple, those are big people. Like the things they do, the products they bring, they affect us. So I accept they are big people. But when you are doing something that doesn't affect millions of people, billions of people, stop thinking highly. Like it's like we should come and call you and like I don't know. Speaking my language would have made the maze sense. Like you have like I don't know. You are not that big. There are big things like going to space, letting us know anything is possible, things that motivate people. Those are big things. Things that decide your economy, those are big things. Things that change the trends of the earth, those are big things. Things that make life easier. Now everybody's just using AI, which I'm scared of. I keep saying I'm scared of AI. Those are actual big things. You are insignificant in the whole equation. Unyobia, that's basically what I'm saying. Yeah. Now, the third thing, which I've already talked about, America is big. Like, America is a big deal. They can just decide to do something and then it motivates you. You realize, this is possible. Now, think about the generation of kids who are now going to grow up and they want to be astronauts. Right? They'll just want to be astronauts because when they were kids, everybody was watching this orbiting around the sun. They would want to work at NASA and all that. They would want to go into wild scientific things. Those are like, America is big. Like they are sort of like a trendsetter with everything. But I like to touch on the good sides. They just set the trend and then people follow. Last thing I want to talk about is the fact that if there are UFOs, if this space thing, does it change? Like, does it mean there's no God? Like, I mean, like, there are two ways to look at it. Some see it as if there are UFOs, like there are other aliens, or if there's the moon and then there's Jupiter, Uranus, like all those places, like all those planets, then it begins to suggest that, could there really be a God? Well, to be fair, I don't think it's enough to not to say there is no a God. Now, one of the astronauts kept praising God. He said when he went, the whole point of it all made him appreciate God even more. So it's one way to look at it. It just makes you see that, like, if the God aspect of it is, if God created all these things, then God is actually bigger than we can imagine. Yeah, rather than thinking, there's no God. It suggests to me that God is rather bigger than we can even imagine because we have, I'm sure, is it the James Telescope? I think so. If I got it wrong, that permits me. Now, the telescope was showing very wonderful, beautiful pictures and all that of galaxies and other places. Like the vastness of the universe is so unexplored. So unexplored makes me think that, then the creator is really like a big deal. If you want to look at it and say, because of this, there's no God, I mean, that's up to you. But then just not to sway from my topic, the point is, they went to the moon, they are back. And it's a big deal. I feel there are lessons you should take for your life, like no problem you have is big enough that can be solved. If you have your problem is that you think you are bigger than everything, you are not big enough. Yeah. And yeah. So think about that. Till we meet again, like, subscribe, share.
Charlie, the guy talks too much.